When the Warriors first traded for Jimmy Butler, there were a lot of concerns about the trade. How would he mesh with Draymond? Why would the Warriors bring in another non-shooter? And why would the Warriors give Butler $60 million over the next 2 years? Well, all we have heard from guys like Draymond and Curry is how Butler has been an amazing fit for this team. That confidence really escalated this past Sunday night when Draymond made the bold proclamation that the Warriors were going to win the championship. Now that claim is absolutely ridiculous, but the reason there seems to be so much more life with Butler is for one major reason: his basketball IQ. In my previous video, we got a little snippet into the frustrations that Curry and Draymond have had with some of their teammates due to their poor decision making. Draymond in particular has been very visually frustrated with his teammates about specific mistakes or not being in the right position. But with Butler, his basketball genius has given the Warriors another element to their offense that they haven't had, even if he can't shoot. The first aspect is his screening. Now, screening seems like a very straightforward concept. From just watching someone screen, the main challenge appears to be making good contact with the defender to help clear space for your teammate. That is true, but a big part of screening is understanding when to actually set the screen or slip, and that comes from reading the defense properly. With someone like Steph, Butler's more inclined to slip the screen because he knows that his defender is looking to step up to Curry. For example, midway through the fourth, Butler comes into the picture and it looks like he's setting a screen so Christie has to come up, only for him to slip. Christie freezes for a second because he wasn't expecting it, and Butler has a clear lane to the basket. Usually it's Draymond in this spot, but now Curry has another guy that can set proper screens and also make decisions in the short roll. Butler's also much more comfortable finishing through traffic, which makes him really dangerous as a screener. But with other teammates, Butler knows that the defense isn't necessarily coming up that high, so he tends to screen to create a mismatch. Notice how he's really screening to get a smaller guy on him. That then forces the defense into rotation, and he's great at setting up his teammates. In addition, Butler's really good at noticing the help quickly so he can get rid of the basketball in a timely fashion. That allows his teammates to play off the defense and go make a play. Sometimes he'll have a mismatch and he can't get a shot up, but he can help set up a secondary action. Kyrie does a good job on Butler initially, so he throws it back out, just to set a screen for Curry to cut. Except, Butler's also holding his defender to open up a cutting opportunity for himself, and it works out to perfection. He does a similar thing here. He has a good matchup with Herter, but can't find an opening, so he just dumps it to post and then sets a screen. That distracts Herter, and all of a sudden, Butler has him pinned with the paint wide open. His positioning in these spots gives the Warriors an easy option at the rim. Because he's so strong, defenders simply don't want to get back down, so Butler will just pin them, the Warriors will clear out, and now he's got all the space even if he blows the layup. He's also very creative with his angles. Rollins does a pretty good job fighting with Butler, but he swims his right arm to gain better position, then turns his back, and now he's created a passing lane for Draymond to throw it to. The other thing Butler does really well is move without the ball. It's definitely not like Curry where he's looking to shoot the ball, but he understands how to move unlike some of the guys on their roster. On this one, he's driving to the basket and then kicks it out to Draymond. Now he looks like he's out of the play, but he's actually waiting for Sengun to step up to Draymond so that he can relocate in a now wide open paint. What I like most though is that he's not moving to necessarily get a shot. Instead, it's the clear space that then gets the defense moving. The Warriors run the pick and roll and Curry's driving in. This would be Patrick Williams' help because Butler doesn't shoot, so Butler cuts to take Williams' attention. That forces Giddey to come all the way over. Now the Warriors have a numbers advantage on the left side, and the ball finds Buddy Hield on the wing for an open three. When moving off the ball, the most important aspect is to understand what defenses are going to do. Steph has an ISO with Vucevic, so Kobe White is coming to shade. Now Butler knows that his matchup Josh Giddey is locked in on Steph, and Dosunmu is going to recover to Podziemski in the corner. So he looks like he's going to screen Giddey, but as Steph drives, Dosunmu tries to go to the corner, but gets backpicked by Butler. Podziemski also has the smarts to cut back door and gets rewarded. The reality is, Butler's not the perfect guy for this Warriors roster, but he does a lot of intelligent things to make the Warriors offense look a lot more competent. In this motion offense, The Warriors really need 3 guys on the floor that they can trust, someone to facilitate, another to screen, and the last one that can move off the screen. Luckily for the Warriors, Butler can do all 3, which is why he's already developed some chemistry with Steph and Draymond. In fact, maybe the most promising thing about Butler so far is that he's already starting to improvise a bit despite barely knowing the offense. With just over 2 minutes to go against the Rockets, Steve Kerr calls the play too small where Butler runs an inverted pick and roll with Steph, but instead of using the pick, he whips it to Draymond in the corner. Steph, with his instinct, starts running to initiate a dribble handoff, and simultaneously, Butler cuts, which confuses the Rockets defense, and he's now wide open at the rim. Jimmy Butler's best years are probably behind him. However, out of all teams he could have gone to, the Warriors are probably the best fit for him at this time because he doesn't need to handle the ball as much and has 2 smart basketball players that can adapt to his game. Butler's game isn't really what you think of as the ideal modern day skill set, but his IQ and understanding how to create angles for himself and the ability to read defenses has really helped him adapt to the Warriors' complex offense, which is why he has given life to this Warriors team. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, like and subscribe. You can support me on these platforms, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.